and our ministry is the one responsible for the implementation of e-government in Egypt. Quite interesting, Egypt in the E-India conference. Of course, Egypt is not part of Asia, and we have some parts in Egypt that, yeah, okay, we belong to. But anyway, but it's quite an interesting thing that we can share our experiences. Egypt and India have been for a long, long time sharing experiences and cooperating together in different fields. We have a lot of commonalities, similar things that we share together: culture, social challenges, and even e-government problems, like the ones Dr. Narendra was mentioning in his last presentation, the silos, quite interesting thing. And of course, how to cooperate in government, and how people in government are part of the problem instead of being part of the solution. But anyway, we have a long history of cooperation, and we intend to extend this cooperation by exchanging experiences, expanding south-to-south cooperation. We are preparing an E-Africa conference in Egypt next year in March, and it's a good opportunity for me to come to India to find out how we can cooperate together to help this south-to-south cooperation taking place and happen. Egypt has been always a bridge between different cultures and different, if we say, models from all around the world. And I think this conference, the Africa, would be a good model for exchanging what is going here in India and Asia with what we are looking for in Africa. I'll move forward about what we are doing in the ICT in government in Egypt. In Egypt, we have two ministries. One, the Ministry of ICT, the MCIT, which is responsible for setting the ICT policy in Egypt. And they have all the indicators, all the numbers about the penetration rate of mobile phones, the usage of mobile phones and broadband, the penetration of PCs in Egypt, and so on. They have a wonderful site, Egypt ICT Indicators. It's one word, .gov.eg, where you can find all the numbers with all the graphs. And the second ministry is our ministry, the Ministry of State for Admin Development, which is responsible for the ICT in government, or what we call the e-government program. Interestingly, when we started our e-government program in 2003, we were ranked by the UN Public Access Network e-readiness report at the time in the Web Presence Sub-Index as 163. This year, in 2010, we moved up to 23. And the e-participation, our e-participation index is 42. I think we have moved quite well in the last few years in implementing e-government in the Egyptian government. We have different programs that we are focusing on right now, like the provision of services through new channels. Internet is one channel, mobile phones another channel. Service providers, people who are doing the service on behalf of citizens, is another channel and is another profession, if we can say that now in Egypt, a new profession. And we are also interested in the back end of the government, what's going on behind the curtain, how government does its work, and how government communicate with each other, interconnecting government entities together. We are not talking about just exchanging documents, but we are talking about databases talking to each other without human intervention. So we have built an infrastructure that allows for government databases to communicate together. And currently you have a couple of services that the citizen does not have to go visit different government departments to get official documents. just to submit it to another government department. You submit your request, and the government in the back office, they are interconnected. They get the official data, the official document they require by themselves. So it's another way of doing services better, and also having better data for a better decision making. Linking these national databases together also helped us in implementing a nationwide project, the family card, the national card for the Egyptian family to get services from the government. Food subsidy is one service that is provided to underprivileged families. We are talking about 12 million families out of roughly 18 million. And this card allows not only for this service, but also for another 7 services to be added to it. Currently, we have the food subsidy as one service fully implemented. We have health insurance, we have pensions, and we have the gas shells, which is also subsidized, heavily subsidized by the government, as 3 services to be fully implemented within the coming year. This kind of use of ICT is helping us doing better targeting. So we are targeting the right families with the right type of subsidy they need, and at the same time it allows us to take the right decisions when we are talking about how to structure our budget and how to structure our investments. One last thing that I would like to share with you, I know it's the last speech, and we are a few minutes away from the coffee break, so I won't keep you for long, is the challenges that we are facing. Interestingly, they are quite similar. As I said, the silos, the people themselves in the government, the illiteracy rate in Egypt also present another challenge for us. Interestingly, finance is not the challenge. All the projects that we are implementing are financed by the Egyptian government. So I can claim that we can do better if we change the culture of the employees and also provide the right awareness for citizens to take the right and to access the services using these new channels. At the end, I would like to thank you for your attendance, and thank you for inviting me here. And I wish you a very fruitful conference. I'll be around for the next couple of days, and it will be my pleasure to see what Andhra Pradesh has done. It's my 3rd visit to Hyderabad, quite interestingly. And it is not our first presence in India. We got a prize in 2008 in one of our projects, the local government development project. Thank you very much, and wish you a very successful event. Thank you.